Okay, so we're given a right triangle with sides 1, 5, and the square root of 26. So the first thing that we want to do is remember some stuff about right triangles. The most basic is the Pythagorean theorem, and that says that c squared equals a squared plus b squared, where c squared is the hypotenuse of our triangle, and a and b are the two sides of our triangle. This only works for right triangles. We solve for c, the hypotenuse, and we get that the hypotenuse is equal to the squares of those two lengths added together. So c equals the square root of a squared plus b squared. Now, whenever I have a right triangle problem, the first thing I want to do, well, the second thing I want to do after the Pythagorean theorem is I want to draw my triangle. If you look at the sides that we're given, we have a side equal to 1, a side equal to 5, and a side equal to the square root of 26. Well, if it is a right triangle, then if we look at this first side, 1, and square it, that's 1. If we look at 5 and square that, that's 25. Add those two together, you get 26. And we've got this third side here that's the square root of 26. So that must be our hypotenuse. So let's draw our triangle. Here is the side of length 1. Here is the side of length 5, approximately. And then here is the side of length square root of 26, which is our hypotenuse. I'm going to put a little symbol in here, the little right angle symbol, so that we remember that it is a right triangle. And I'm going to label these sides. We've got 1, we've got 5, and we've got the square root of 26. So those are our three sides. So if you want to find the angle opposite of 5, let's look at all of these. Here's our side 1. The angle opposite it is this tiny little angle here. 26, square root of 26 is our hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. And so here's our side of 5. Then that means that the angle across from the length of the side with length 5 must be this little guy in here, because it's opposite to our 5 degree, or our side of length 5. So now the next thing that we want to always remember about right triangles is my favorite relation, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA stands for the sine of an angle is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. The cosine of an angle, C, is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. That's CAH. And then the tangent, that's what we want to know. The tangent is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. So here's our little angle. The opposite side we know is 5. And the adjacent side, it's the other side that's not the hypotenuse, right? It's the one that's right next to or adjacent to the angle. So our adjacent side is equal to 1. So what that means is, whoops, here we go. I've got my little text thing. Tangent of our angle opposite to the 5 is going to be equal to opposite side over the adjacent side, which is equal to 5 over 1, which is equal to 5. I hope that helps.